I'm Heanes from Fiasco Sports and SA Footballer Magazine, and today I'm joined by Matt Heanes, footy director of Seaton Ramblers Footy Club in the Division 3, and he is our feature legend of the week. So, Matt, tell me, how did you get involved in the Seaton Ramblers Footy Club and eventually become the footy director?
It's been ongoing since probably 1984 as an under 13. So I've been at the club for probably a total of over 30 years, and as a player, as a coach, as administration within the committee as well. So I left the club probably about 6-7 years ago for a break, and I only just come back last season. The club was struggling a little bit the year before. They were looking at getting relegated to Division 4. The club has never been in Division 4, and they haven't been lowered in Division 3 since 1958. So there was an opportunity to come back and help the guys out and try and get the club back on track to push back up to Division 2 and Division 1 again. So so far so good. We played off in the prelim last year, which we didn't expect, and this year we're travelling all right as well. So
Absolutely, and obviously being a long-serving member of Seaton Ramblers, how do you believe that the club's changed in that time? Like, what differences do you really notice?
I think it's the culture around the club. Back in the old day, the footy club had a culture which was, back in the 70s and 80s, as rough and tough, and and just a party sort of club. These days, what I've noticed is the new generation coming through are a little bit more, not so much organised, but a bit more dedicated to their sport and stuff like that. And it's a family-orientated club. We've got about 150, 160 juniors coming through the clubs. It's always hard. So on that, the club's in a good position, and it has changed a lot over the years.
Absolutely, and obviously no club is successful without the support of some really great people. Who supports Seaton Ramblers and keeps them going?
Is that with the sponsors?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the major sponsors, we've got a few sponsors, and they're always hard to get, and we appreciate them all. But the major sponsor is the Seaton Hotel. Then we have some gold sponsors: Ray White, Flinders Park, Big Al, which is a long-serving guy from the club, 28 years. We have the Palais Hotel. We have Dunbar Electrical, Eden Homes, LTR Electrical. Who else we got? There's a lot there. So we thank all our sponsors. They're all important. Craig Arthur Transport was a new sponsor just come on board. So a lot of our sponsors, and we thank them all because it's handy. Without them, we would struggle.
Absolutely, and just one last quick one. Obviously, one of the big parts of your role as footy director is recruiting players throughout the season and putting together the team before it starts. Are you happy with how the team looks and your chances for this year?
Yeah, I think so. Coming back from 2 years ago when they finished second and bottom, and we had to restructure the senior footy side of things and decide whether we reappoint Matty Webber as the coach. He had a tough year that year, and that's what we did. We stuck together. We got the senior players together. We started recruiting, not heavily, but we relied on some of the juniors coming through and pushing them through. So I think, this year, I think we're a big chance. Yeah, as long as we can get everybody on the park, and injuries play a big factor in the game. So, if we can keep everyone on the park, and especially around finals time, I think we're a big chance.
Awesome, thanks Matt. I'm Heanes from Fiasco Sports and SA Footballer Magazine, and today I was joined by Matt Heanes, footy director of Seaton Ramblers Footy Club in the Division 3, and he was our feature legend of the week.